I hope everyone was able to enjoy the reception and the jazz ensemble for the James Hubert Blake High School. My name is Kristen Wong Callisto, and I am the Executive Director of the MCPS Educational Foundation.
Wow. I guess that's all I could say right now because of it's so wonderful to see everybody here. My name is Melvin Lashinsky. I'm the chairman of the board of the Montgomery County Educational Foundation, and I'm so pleased to welcome all of you. This is the second year we've had this event, and we're looking forward to an extraordinary evening, so welcome.
All right, are you guys ready for a show? Yeah, you may have noticed that there's a lot of empty seats here, and that's because we're about to bring the show to you. Accompanying our scholars as they enter the music center, please welcome the James Hubert Blake High School Drumline. That would be my cue. that's not the beginning or the ending of the show. We actually have more for you. So without further ado, please welcome MCPS's Educational Foundation Class of 2024 scholars as they enter stage right. Okay, now we can meet. Okay, that's fine. one more round of applause for the amazing Blake High School drumline. All right, now we've dimmed the house lights, so this might be a challenge. Tonight, before we get started, we do want to acknowledge our distinguished guest. Do we have any state senators, maybe State Senator Nancy King in the audience? Okay, any state delegates?
Please stand.
Yes, please stand so I can see you. Okay. All right, Montgomery County Council members. Okay. All right, I know we have Board of Ed members here. All right, so we have Carla Silvestri, President of the Board, we have Brenda Wolf, and we have Julie Yang.
I have a couple of additional acknowledgments that we would like to make tonight. First, I'd like to acknowledge several members of our own Board of Directors that are here tonight, if they would please stand. They have been working so hard. Secondly, I have to thank our grantors, supporters, and friends who, without their funding, none of this would happen and none of the other amazing projects that our foundation is involved in would take place. So to you, we extend a great appreciation. I would like to especially acknowledge tonight the Ruth and Norman Rales Foundation for their extraordinary financial commitment to our student scholars. They have provided tonight over 200 scholars that are attending here, and they, over the course of their grant, we will be actually providing scholars for 4-year scholarships for 1,000 students. So please, a special thanks to our executive director, our new executive director, Kristen, and I have to acknowledge her staff who have worked tirelessly since last July to focus on making this event as successful as it could possibly be. I'd also like to acknowledge Penny Abramson for her help. She's on our board, but she lent an incredible. Rick O'Neill. Lastly, I would like to have us all acknowledge the teachers and parents who have worked so hard over the short career of our scholars tonight, and thank them for their efforts. As you'll see, as the evening progresses, they have made an extraordinary commitment to helping our students achieve their maximum level of capabilities so far in their career. Anyway, thank you all, and let's get on with the show.
Okay. Now, Mel and I are going to hand it over to a real professional. I'd like you to welcome to this stage our MC for tonight from NBC4, Amy Cho.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Amy Cho. I am a news reporter and fill-in anchor at NBC4. I did grow up across the river in Fairfax County Public Schools, but I am now a resident of Montgomery County, and it's always such a joy every time I get to go to one of the schools in MCPS and spotlight some of the amazing students doing incredible things. So I truly am so thrilled to be here tonight to help celebrate you and all of your wonderful accomplishments. And now, without further ado, please welcome to the stage the president of the Montgomery County Board of Education, Carla Silvestri.
Good evening, buenas noches, everyone. Welcome to the Music Center at Strathmore. What a beautiful facility, and it gives me such great pleasure to see all of these talented young people filling the hall here tonight. I want to start out by recognizing once again my fellow board members who are here. Brenda Wolf, if you could please stand. Julie Yang. And I also saw Pam Queen, if you could please stand, from our state delegation. Thank you for being here. Tonight, it is about the incredible accomplishments of more than 225 scholars receiving one of the MCPS Educational Foundation's 18 awards. The 207 recipients of the Ruth and Norman Rales and Patricia Bayer O'Neill Scholarship, as well as the inaugural recipients of the Giles Streisman, Caesar Pye Cyber Defender, and Lamphir Castelli New American Dream for the Future scholarships, represent the very best of our school system in their levels of academic achievement, persistence, and community impact. On behalf of the Board of Education, I want to congratulate every one of you for the hard work that you have put in to distinguish yourselves as you reach the end of your high school journey. We are so proud of you. Let's give you a round of applause. I also want to thank the many supporters and donors who have made tonight possible. To Josh Rales from the Norman R. and Ruth Rales Foundation, your gift not only honors our MCPS graduates, but continues to carry on the legacy of Norman and Ruth Rales' generosity. To Rick O'Neill, Pat O'Neill's service to the children of Montgomery County through her historic leadership on the Board of Education left an incredible mark that very much lives on in our schools and offices to this day. To our MCPS staff, the paraeducators, teachers, college and career information coordinators, administrators, and all the valuable employees who have committed to a career in public education, thank you. Thank you for educating and leading our school system to produce such accomplished and impressive students. Thank you for supporting the MCPS Educational Foundation to ensure this amazing class of 2024. Students, can you please give the staff who have supported you along this journey a round of applause as well? And last but not least, to our families, thank you for trusting us with your most valuable treasure, your children. Together, we all look forward to watching their bright futures unfold. Let us continue to celebrate our amazing students and graduates tonight and in the coming weeks as graduation season begins. Congratulations, felicidades.
Thank you so much, President Silvestri. And although Montgomery County Public Schools Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Monique Felder, could not be here tonight due to another event, she has graciously provided some video remarks. Let's take a look.
Good evening. I am Interim Superintendent Dr. Monique Felder. I apologize that I cannot be there with you in person. My calendar required me to be at another event. But let me just say congratulations to all of the scholarship recipients gathered tonight at Strathmore Hall. And I am so pleased that great community partners such as the Rales Foundation chose to partner with the MCPS Educational Foundation to make these generous scholarships available to so many of our students. Also, to do this in memory of former Board of Education member, Miss Patricia O'Neill. She was such a valuable member of the board. She was even on the Board of Education when I last worked at MCPS between 1999 and 2014. Each of the students here this evening reminds me of what Montgomery County Public Schools and I hold dear, that the promise of what a high-quality public education can provide, namely a bright future in which our graduates will be ready for college or career, and certainly be ready to be active members of our community. When we say all means all in MCPS, we are solemnly committed to providing the best education to all students and to expecting any student, no matter their background or how much money they may have, can achieve at high levels. So as you move on to the next phase of your life, remember that Montgomery County Public Schools has prepared you for anything that life can bring. You are ready to embrace the future and its challenges, and you are well positioned for success. Now that you are looking firmly towards the future, I want to issue this challenge. You are tomorrow's adults, and we need you to get involved. Learn more, work hard, and be active members of your community. Giving back, participating, and supporting those in need are essential elements of building strong and vibrant communities. By embracing your community and addressing its challenges, you can help make it a better place for everyone. As Theodore Roosevelt once said, "This country will not be a good place for any of us to live in unless we make it a good place for all of us to live in." This quote encapsulates the importance of community involvement and collective action. I urge you to take up this challenge and become active citizens who strive to make a positive impact on your community. So go forth with confidence, knowledge, and a willingness to make a difference. We believe in you, and we know that you have the power to create a better world for everyone. Thank you, and congratulations.
Thank you to Dr. Felder for those remarks. And now I would like to welcome to the stage Rich Madaleno, Montgomery County Chief Administrative Officer. The Chief Administrative Officer is the second highest ranking executive branch position after the county executive. In this role, Mr. Madaleno oversees the operations and services of over 30 executive branch departments for Montgomery County. Let's hear it for him.
So good evening, everybody. I bring greetings from the county executive who's leading a trade mission to China right now, and to the county council who is knee-deep in trying to figure out the county budget for next year, which they have to vote on tomorrow. So you know what it's like to procrastinate and wait until the last moment. They are voting, they're trying to get everything done, which is why the council members cannot be here. So I'm going to go off script for a moment and try something I've always wanted to do at this magnificent music center, because I want to say something just to the students. So I'm going to step away from the microphone. Can people hear me back there? See, isn't this is engineering, folks. But this is what I wanted to say to the students. You know, you've heard from Dr. Felder about work hard, study hard. I'm going to tell you something people shouldn't say. Play hard while you're in college, right? I love college. I remember my grandmother, who did not go to college, told me on my way to school, college is going to be the best, I'm going to say 4 years of your life. I could have done it 4 years. Many of you can too. But it is going to be the best years of your life. Study hard, work hard, but also do not pass up on this wonderful experience to get everything you can out of college. And that's going to be going to sporting events. That's going to be going to parties. That's going to be finding out who you are as adults. We want you to enjoy that experience, and then we want you to come back to Montgomery County and invest your lives here, because we're confident you're going to have degrees and you're going to come back and be successes and generate more wealth and opportunities and pay it forward to the next generation of young people who deserve your support. So are you ready to have a good time? And then I want to say to all the families, you could hear me, I told your students to have a good time. I'm sorry about that, but that is, that's part of college. So, but thank you for everything that you've done to get your students, your children to this point. It is so exciting for all of us as a community to see so many young people succeed and move forward. I want to say to all of the donors, especially the Rails family, and the O'Neill family, thank you for your contributions. I had a chance to work with Pat, to serve with Pat. She cared so much for this community, for the school system and the children, for all of you to have this opportunity. So it's so wonderful that we get to recognize all of them. And so, best of luck. Enjoy yourself, study hard, work hard, play hard, and make your families and this community and the people who gave you this scholarship proud. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much to Rich for that interesting advice. I can co-sign. We love a work-life balance, so thank you for that. And now I would like to introduce tonight's keynote speaker, a leader with entrepreneurial spirit and a deep commitment to making a positive social impact. Her passion and expertise in entrepreneurship was recognized during the Obama presidency when she was appointed as a senior executive at the U.S. Small Business Administration, which set her on a pathway to success. She then moved on and founded Core Strategy Partners, a social good research and strategy firm. In addition to starting her own company, she is also the visionary behind Montgomery County Children's Business Fair, the creator and host of the podcast Raising Entrepreneurs, a parent's guide to fostering an entrepreneurial mindset. And this is pretty cool, her TED Talk on raising resilient children has garnered over 1.5 million views. Very cool. And perhaps most importantly, Tamika Montgomery, our distinguished keynote speaker, lives up to her last name literally as a resident of Montgomery County. It was fate. She was always destined to live here. She is the parent of 3 teenage boys, one of whom is a member of the class of 2024 at Springbrook High School. Congratulations to him. And now, without further ado, please welcome tonight's keynote speaker, Tamika Montgomery.
Good evening. I am so excited to be here with you all, and I just want to congratulate all of the scholars for making it to this point. You've not just survived high school, but you've thrived, earning tonight's honor and recognition. And I also want to acknowledge the parents, caring adults, as well as the guardians, because it is because of you that our scholars are here tonight receiving this award. And as a parent of a graduating senior, I understand that that road has not always been easy. And there were probably more sleepless nights and anxiety-filled days than there were moments of joy. So once again, congratulations to you all. So I want to take you back to 1989. Let's see if we can go to 1989. Let's see. Okay. So my favorite show in 1989 was A Different World. And it was set at the fictional Hillman College And this show really resonated with me because at that time, I was 17 years old, I was a graduating senior, and I was preparing to leave my home in Colorado to attend Spelman College in Atlanta, Georgia. Now, I was excited about moving away from home and about that entire experience that college was to provide, but also I was a little nervous, and all kinds of questions were cycling through my head. Questions like, will I fit in? Or, let me go back a little bit. I just want to, okay, yes. Will I fit in, and can I manage the workload? And would I not fail and flunk out of school? Will I get along with my roommate? How can I afford it? And the big one, which is, what if I don't really know what I want to do as a career and I pick the wrong major? So fast forward to today, 35 years later, and I am suspecting that many of you are asking yourselves those very same questions. And in fact, my son, Silas, who I mentioned is a graduating senior, is where I was 35 years ago, 17 years old, on the verge of graduating high school, and feeling a mix of excitement and also uncertainty about college and what's to come. And so what I want to do with you all in my time with you tonight is to share some insights that I've gained over the last 35 years and offer to you some encouragement as seniors, encouragement to you seniors as you begin this next chapter of your life, which is a very exciting chapter in your life's journey. So first, I want to address a couple of those kind of looming concerns and questions. That question about whether or not, you're stressed out about what your future career is going to be. And then also the question around fear of failing in college. So first of all, I want to let you know that it is completely fine, and honestly, it really is normal if you have not mapped out your entire professional career yet. When I began college, in the process of college, I had to navigate that application process and the college selection process on my own. I was a first-generation college student, and so my mother really didn't have the knowledge and information to kind of inform me through the process. So there was a lot of things that I really did not know. So for example, I had no idea that you pick a college based on the majors that it offered. I chose Spelman not because of its history or what it offered academically. Really, I didn't even know about Spelman until I went to a college fair and was directed to that particular table. And so outside of it being an HBCU, I didn't know what it offered to me academically. And ultimately, I chose Spelman because the deposit that Spelman required was less than the deposit of the school that was actually my first choice. Fortunately, it all worked out. I loved Spelman. I had a wonderful experience, but my decision-making process in selecting my college was really kind of random. And so Spelman is a liberal arts college, which I didn't even know what that meant at the time, nor did I know what that meant in terms of what it would offer me academically. And so when I had to declare my major, and I looked at what Spelman had to offer, I didn't really see a lot of stuff that got me excited. And so what I ended up doing was selecting English, not because I planned on being an English teacher one day or because I wanted to be a journalist or a writer. The reason why I chose it is that was the one thing that was there and I enjoyed reading. And then when I graduated Spelman, I had no clue what I wanted to do when I finished school. And yet, over these 35 years, I've had such a fulfilling career and life experience as a presidential appointee and now running my own small business. And so I think what this shows us is that life is not a straight path, that there's a series of twists and turns, and that's okay. And when you think about it, in your lifetime, people have many careers. And so what I want you to take away from that is that college is this time for you to explore different passions, to discover where your talents lie, and to also develop the skills that will open up new pathways for you. So maybe you don't know what you want to do, maybe you don't know what you want to major in. It's okay. You're going to figure it out, and it's all going to work out. So let's see where we are. So the second question is around succeeding in college. So I know some of you may be thinking, gosh, will I be able to manage this workload? And I want to remind you that your college chose you for a reason. They see potential in you. College is not designed for you to fail. Like really, it is not designed for you to fail. They want you to graduate, and all of the systems are designed to support you in that. So they have the resources necessary to help you ensure that you're going to make it across the stage. So really, if you show up, do the work, and then reach out when you need help, you'll be just fine. So determine in your mind that you're going to succeed in college in the same way that you've succeeded in high school. Okay, so now that we've addressed those kind of two big questions, I want to offer you a perspective of how you should approach your college experience and this particular chapter of your life. And really, I honestly think it's how you ought to approach your life moving forward. And that is with an entrepreneurial mindset. So while we all might not want to be an entrepreneur yet, we all enjoy the things that entrepreneurs create, and we really appreciate how they think. So think about it. The cars that we drive, the restaurants that we frequent, the clothes that we wear, all originated in the mind of an entrepreneur. Entrepreneurs are problem solvers. They don't see problems, they see opportunities. They're curious, they're always learning, and they're continuously stepping outside of their comfort zone. So this is a mindset that is not just beneficial for building a company, but it's also an excellent way for you to approach life. So if you want to make the most out of your college experience, I encourage you to do it with an entrepreneurial mindset. And so the way that you do that is first, I want you to challenge yourself to become comfortable with being uncomfortable. It is so easy for us to look for safe spaces, to stay in our comfort zone so that we avoid the feelings of anxiousness or being stressed out or experiencing failure. Choosing college for most of us is a big step out of our comfort zone, but at some point you're going to get the swing of things and it's going to become comfortable and familiar. But what I want you to do to fully maximize your experience is to challenge yourself to pursue opportunities and experiences that push your comfort zone out. So perhaps that might be choosing to study abroad for a semester, or running for office and taking a leadership role on campus. Or it could be attending an event and then approaching the speaker and connecting with the speaker afterwards. In the summer before my senior year, I was an administrative assistant at an engineering company back home in Colorado. And my boss had taken a few days off to send her daughter off to Africa in this program called the Peace Corps. Now, at that point, I had never heard of the Peace Corps. And so I did some research, and I was intrigued. And it seemed exciting on the one hand, but it also seemed intimidating. The thought of living abroad for 2 years in a foreign land, learning a foreign language, doing a job with no previous experience, I was intrigued by it, like I said, but I was a little nervous about it. But nevertheless, I decided to apply to the Peace Corps because it really appeared to be the perfect experience for me to be productive as I tried to figure out what I wanted to do in the next chapter after college. And I figured it would look better on my resume than spending a couple of years working at a restaurant. I could learn another language, I could travel internationally, and I could be challenged to use my skills in ways that I probably wouldn't have been able to in the United States because of my lack of professional experience. So I joined the Peace Corps, and I left for Cape Verde, West Africa, a month after I graduated Spelman. Peace Corps wasn't easy, but I learned so much about myself, and I got to travel to places I would have never dreamed of, and I met some of my closest friends. So I want to encourage you on this journey to push the boundaries of your comfort zone and seek out opportunities that I like to call scary exciting. The second thing that I want you to do is view challenges as opportunities. As I mentioned earlier, entrepreneurs are problem solvers. And over the next 4 years, you're going to have setbacks, obstacles, and challenges. They're going to come, some of your making, and then some by no fault of your own. It's just life. But instead of complaining or blaming, view it as an opportunity to grow and improve and possibly make wiser choices to avoid similar setbacks. Think like an entrepreneur and be solution-oriented. Going into college, I had no financial safety net. I had to figure out how I was going to pay for college on my own. And in my second year, I moved into my dorm and was just settling in when I was informed that I could no longer stay on campus because I didn't have funds to cover my room and board. So as you can imagine, this was devastating and then also embarrassing. And I knew my mother did not have the financial resources to help me out, so I had to figure out, well, what was I going to do if I was going to stay in college? Fortunately, we had a family friend. My father had a close friend who lived in a nearby city, and he allowed me to live with him during my sophomore year. And it was challenging because my commute to campus took an hour and a half one way every day. But that experience, it really taught me resilience and perseverance. And so there's going to be challenges and disappointments, but I want to encourage you to focus on the opportunity and the solution, and you will be able to overcome those challenges and bounce back. And finally, what I want you to do is to stay curious. Some people, and I'm sure it's not you all, but some people think, ooh, I'm done with college, I'm done with high school, I'm gonna sit back and be done. However, a person with an entrepreneurial mindset understands that life is a continuous journey, and college literally is a learning lab. So I want to encourage you to remain curious, to seek out information and gain knowledge from those with more experience than you. So this will allow you to adapt and grow and ultimately make a positive impact on the world. You know, our world is rapidly changing. And so really, those people who really embrace this lifelong learning perspective are the ones who are going to really thrive and move forward. So after I became a mother, After I became a mother, I really wanted to instill within my children this entrepreneurial mindset. So I took it upon myself to begin interviewing young entrepreneurs and their parents so that I can learn strategies to foster those same traits within my boys. And those interviews became this podcast called Raising Entrepreneurs, which then led to me creating the Montgomery County Children's Business Fair, which then led me to the opportunity to deliver a TED Talk. And it has really been my curiosity and commitment to lifelong learning that has enabled me to continue to grow and lead this dynamic life over the last 35 years. And I know that that is the possibility and the potential for each one of you. Approach college with this entrepreneurial mindset and you will unlock your full potential and have the most amazing college experience. This journey that you're about to start isn't just about getting a degree. It's about discovering who you are and who you want to become. It's about learning to navigate life with curiosity, resiliency, and with an entrepreneurial spirit. So, here is to your adventure. May it be bold, filled with learning, and incredibly rewarding. Remember that this is your time to shine, to discover, to grow, and I want you to own it, enjoy it, and make the most of every single moment. College is going to be a wonderful and exciting experience for you. And so congratulations again to all of your hard work and your incredible achievement. Congratulations.
That was a good reminder that I need to work on my entrepreneurial mindset. Thank you so much, Tamika, for the inspiring words. As a nonprofit, the MCPS Educational Foundation relies on the support of donors to implement important programs that support you, the MCPS students. A generous gift from the Norman R. Rales and Ruth Rales Foundation will see 1,000 scholarships awarded in the next several years. That's 1,000 scholarships. Tonight, 207 MCPS seniors have received the Ruth and Norman Rales Patricia Bayer O'Neill Scholarship, recognizing academic excellence. And so now, please welcome to the stage Joshua Rales, President and Trustee of the Rales Foundation, and Rick O'Neill, Pat Bayer O'Neill's husband.
Good evening, everybody. How's everybody doing? It's great to be with all of you for this special celebration in this fantastic venue. First, I want to thank everyone involved who made this beautiful event possible, including Kristen Callisto, Executive Director of the Montgomery County Educational Foundation, and her team, as well as members of the Foundation Board, and everyone at MCPS who contributed their time. I also want to thank the O'Neill family, Rick O'Neill is right here, for allowing the Rales Foundation to honor his wonderful wife, Pat O'Neill, along with my parents, Ruth and Norman Rales, in naming the scholarship program. She was a great champion of education and children and dedicated her career to excellence. We are truly humbled by her example. It is a special privilege and great honor for me personally to congratulate all the MCPS Rales O'Neill scholars, as well as all the other scholars that are being celebrated here tonight. I know this distinctive award you have earned would not have been possible without your hard work, sacrifice, and commitment to excellence. I also know that support from your teachers at school and encouragement from your family at home, as was noted earlier, have been significant factors in your success. Don't be shy about expressing your gratitude to them. How about a standing round of applause? This is big. They believed in you. They stuck with you. Thank you. Now I'd like to share a little bit about my parents, Ruth and Norman, who founded the Rails Foundation and deeply believed in extending a helping hand to others, just as they were helped along their journey to achieving the American dream. My parents were children of immigrants who fled persecution in Europe in search of a better life in America. Though they arrived with few possessions, they believed the possibilities were limitless. But setbacks did occur, and life was not easy. My father, in fact, grew up in an orphanage in New York City during the Great Depression after his mother died in childbirth when he was a little boy. My mother grew up in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, one of 7 children. Her parents started a small business which provided just enough money for the family to get by, but not enough to send her to college. But through hard work, perseverance, and thrift, my parents built a beautiful life for themselves and their family. Sharing their good fortune with others was one of their big values, and that's why they founded the Norman and Ruth Rails Foundation. My brothers Stephen, Mitchell, and I, as trustees of the Rails Foundation, strive to honor their memory and to keep their values alive by continuing the important work they started. Nothing would make them happier than to see the MCPS Rails O'Neill Scholars and all the other scholars being honored here tonight, assembled together this evening with their families, celebrating your achievement. When my parents were raising my brothers and I here in Montgomery County, where we all attended MCPS schools, they placed a great emphasis on the importance of character and integrity. To each of the Rails O'Neill scholars and all the other scholars here tonight, as you prepare for your future and work toward achieving your goals, I similarly want to underscore the crucial role that outstanding character plays in becoming a great leader. While competence and knowledge are undoubtedly important, our character ultimately determines the kind of impact we're going to have on the world around us. Those with strong character can build trust and inspire others to join or follow them. At the same time, character is also essential for achieving our personal goals. When we have a strong sense of integrity and commitment to doing what's right, we are better able to stay focused and motivated, especially in the face of adversity. Therefore, as you begin the next chapter in your lives, I encourage you to think deeply, very deeply, about the kind of person you want to be and the values you want to live by. Dr. Martin Luther King reminded us in his famous "I Have a Dream" speech that the ultimate measure of a person is not where they stand in moments of comfort. and convenience, but where they stand at times of challenge and controversy. Dr. King's words are a powerful reminder that our true character is revealed not in moments of ease and comfort, but in times of difficulty and struggle. It is in these moments that we are called upon to demonstrate courage, resilience, and a commitment to doing what's right, even when it is very, very hard. That is what makes a leader. In the spirit of great leadership, as you prepare to enter college this fall, it is our profound hope that you will go into college with an open heart and embrace the opportunity to engage with people of all backgrounds who may have points of view that differ from your own. A hallmark of a great leader is not only the ability to think critically, which is certainly very important, but to also be open to different perspectives and to have the desire to promote empathy, mutual understanding, and respect among those from different backgrounds and beliefs, particularly during these times that we're living in. Our country was founded on this recognition of our shared humanity. Look at the dollar bill when you leave tonight. Turn it to the back, and it says, E pluribus unum, out of many one. And it is another value that my parents held dear and that has made this beautiful country of ours. Not perfect, but beautiful. We're still searching for a more perfect union. So in conclusion, my parents and Pat O'Neill, if they were here tonight, would advise you to remember that challenges and obstacles should be viewed as an opportunity to grow and develop, and that in the end, it is your character, integrity, and openness that will determine the kind of impact you have on the world. And to just kind of give a little parting advice like Tamika did, life's an adventure, enjoy the journey, laugh a lot, and make us proud. Thank you.
Thank you, Josh. Very nice. Very, very nice. I just want to say I am Pat O'Neill's husband. Other than that, I'm not noted. I guess I'm kind of the first husband. This is such a wonderful event, though. It really is. And I want to congratulate all of our MCPS students receiving the Ruth and Norman Rales, Patricia Beyer O'Neill Scholarship, recognizing academic excellence, and all of our other scholars that have joined with us. I also want to congratulate not only the students, but their families, who obviously have also contributed very important to your achievement. And Pat would be very proud of all of the recipients. Her entire professional career really was the vigorous support of opportunities and education for all. I want to thank very much the Rails Foundation, MCPS Educational Foundation, for making the scholarship possible. Very special note of thanks, Josh Rails, and the entire staff of the Rails Foundation, which works tirelessly on this scholarship and all of the wonderful things the foundation does. Would also like to thank the MCPS Educational Foundation. We have a number of our board members who have been introduced here, and would really like to thank Kristen, who did just such a wonderful job, Shana, and our superintendent, Dr. Felder, and the staffs of the foundation and MCPS, as well as all of the, I guess I should say that Pat would just be so honored to be included with the Rails parents in this scholarship. Want to thank all of the Board of Education members who've really worked tirelessly, and I would say that Pat, her real effort was public service, education, and the like. I was very impressed, by the way, with all of your students, all of your applications, your essays, absolutely astonishing. We were commenting that I wonder if my GPA and my skills would have allowed me to qualify for the scholarship, but these things, we'll put that to another side. In any event, I will also tell you that you will enjoy college. College is wonderful. You should enjoy every aspect of it. My nearly 54 years with Pat started at graduation from Walter Johnson High School in 1968. We had such a big class. I really did not know Pat then, but we were both attending the same university. So I invited her to graduation, which was at Maryland's old coal field house. Great time. Ever since then, we were together. My favorite story about Pat, and this will tell you how you never know what goes on with college, but one of my favorite stories about Pat is that when we were in college in Dallas, there was a new show that was starting up and needed volunteers to assist. It was basically a show that was going to hopefully educate children in some respect. She, in her spring semester, and this goes back to 1968, 1969, she worked on this show tirelessly, and it was Sesame Street. I've always been amazed by that. My new little grandson, who is, as my older daughter reminded me, our younger daughter, who is not able to be here this evening, she's in London with our new little grandson. He's 9 months old today. When he was visiting over Christmas, he enjoyed Sesame Street. Could not believe it. Was just applauding and very interesting. In any event, I also want to thank very much our Board of Education members. They all have really excelled at public service, and it is a real commitment. Not only our superintendent and the staff is wonderful at the schools, and I know you've dealt with your teachers who are equally wonderful, guidance counselors, etc. The Board of Education does devote an awful lot of time and very much public service oriented. Very nice. Finally, I will just say a personal note, and that is I want to thank our daughters, Jenny and Melissa. Jenny's here this evening. My sister, Joanne, who is in Denver. Pat's sister, who is in Montgomery County. And their children, all of whom were MCPS graduates. So we've got quite the family of MCPS graduates, as well as Josh and his brothers. Thank you again very much. Certainly it's just an honor to be with you this evening, and all of the best in college and as you go forward in life, and I know you will excel. Thank you very much. Very nice.
Thank you so much to Josh and Rick. And tonight is really about all of you, the accomplished students who have earned the MCPS Educational Foundation Scholarship. Here with us to speak tonight is one of those incredible scholars, Duwanga Mayaretta. Dewanga is a student at Rockville High School with a passion for the sciences. She hopes to pursue a career in the medical field and will graduate as a participant of the 4-year biomedical pathway. Very impressive. In addition to her interests in science, Dewanga is also an avid reader and enjoys being creative. Here to talk tonight about what hard work means to her, let's welcome Dewanga Mayoretta.
Good evening, sorry. Good evening, my name is Dewanga Mayoretta, and I am a senior at Rockville High School. It is a great honor to be a recipient of the 2024 Rails O'Neill Scholarship, and to be here today speaking to you all. Before I begin, I'd like to give a huge thank you to the Rails Foundation and the O'Neill family for their generous gift of helping students further pursue their academic goals. You may have heard the saying, hard work pays off. It is a simple saying that holds great power and meaning. When I think about the saying, I think about a particular moment in my life where my hard work paid off tremendously. On April 24th, 2023, I got into a terrible car accident while driving home from my internship at the Adventist Healthcare Shady Grove Breast Center. A transit van hit the back of my vehicle, causing my vehicle to lose control and drive straight into a street sign. Thankfully, I did not break any bones, but I was left with a concussion, swollen fingers, and nightmares of my accident. My main concern at that moment was not about myself. It was about my AP exams. The following 2 weeks, I had my AP Psychology, AP Literature, and AP Calculus BC exams. I was worried that my car accident would affect my performance for the exams. The next day, I stayed home and took 2 AP Psychology practice tests because I was afraid I had memory loss and forgotten my vocabulary. Thankfully, I did not lose my memory and I remembered all my vocabulary. I went to school 2 days after my exam because I didn't want to fall behind on the AP reviews my teachers were providing. My friends and some of my teachers thought I was crazy to come back to school. They questioned why I wanted to take the AP exam so badly after my car accident. Even my doctor was in shock that I was eager to take my exams. For the past months prior to my accident, I have been studying very hard for these exams, going over my flashcards and notes, watching AP daily videos, and taking practice exams each day. I knew that scoring well on my AP exams will give me the opportunity to receive college credit. I was determined to not let my car accident stop me from taking my AP exams. Deep down, I knew how strong of a person I am. I am not a quitter. I am a fighter, and I will work hard to score well on my exams. Thankfully, my doctor allowed me to take my exams with a concussion as long as I got some rest in. I spent the next couple of days following my usual studies pattern and incorporating rest in. It was frustrating studying with a concussion as my pacing for my studying was slowed down. However, I believed in myself that I will get through this. Then came exam days. Sitting for 3 exams with a concussion and swollen fingers is one of the hardest things I've done. The words on the paper were floating around, and my concussion was irritating me. My fingers were aching as I wrote 3 essays for the AP Literature exam. Some of my exams were back-to-back, making it even more difficult to catch a break. Despite all of this, I remained focused and locked in. I shifted my attention from the pain to reminding myself that I can do this. My eyes were concentrated on each word on the paper as I recalled every piece of information I could remember from what I studied. Finishing my last AP exam was a relief as I was exhausted. Finally, it was time for me to heal my concussion. In July, my AP scores were available. Not gonna lie, I was anxious to see my scores because I didn't know how my car accident had affected my overall performance. I opened the portal and my eyes shined with pride. A 5 for AP Calculus BC, a 5 for AP Psychology, and a 4 for AP Literature. My hard work in studying through all the struggles and pain has paid off. At that moment, I realized that no matter what challenges came my way, if I continue to work hard and believe in myself, I will achieve my goals. It stood out to me that hard work does pay off. What I want you all to understand and recognize is how valuable your hard work is. Every one of you has worked extremely hard these past 4 years to get to this prestigious moment of receiving a Rails O'Neill Scholarship or one of the other many MCPS Educational Foundation scholarships. Through all the struggles and challenges you faced along the way, you pushed through with your hard work and got rewarded in the end. If your hard work for the past 4 years got you to this moment, imagine what other marvelous rewards you can achieve. In this room today, we have future doctors, scientists, lawyers, engineers, teachers, construction managers, and many more. We have students who have big dreams of creating a better future for themselves, their families, and their communities. I, myself, am looking forward to becoming a doctor to help others improve their brain health and stay cognitively fit. As we all embark on the next chapter of our lives, we must continue to work hard. No matter what challenges come our way, we must keep on going and giving it our all. Because with all the sweat, tears, and effort we put in, our hard work will pay off. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dewanga, and congratulations on the very impressive AP scores. I did not even attempt Calculus BC because I knew it just wasn't going to happen for me, so kudos to you. That's very impressive. And now, among the 18 scholarships being awarded this evening are 3 inaugural scholarships for 2024. The MCPS Educational Foundation welcomes and thanks the Caesar Pye Cyber Defender Scholarship, the Lamphere Castelli New American Dream for the Future Scholarship, and the Gillis Draisman Scholarship. To introduce our final video of tonight, please welcome to the stage Debbie Draisman, daughter of Gillis Draisman.
MCPS Educational Foundation scholars are heading off to a bright future. That includes all of you up in the front here. They plan to work in fields like cybersecurity, education, engineering, foreign service, and more, and recognize the importance that college and even graduate school is for their career pathways. As the price of attending college has increased dramatically over the past 2 decades, receiving a scholarship has grown even more important to many students by making higher education more accessible to those who might not otherwise be able to afford it. So now, let's hear from a sampling of students reflecting in their own words on how a scholarship will enhance their academic journey and future prospects.
A scholarship means to me having security because it gives people the opportunity to be able to pursue their education.
In America, a lot of students are worried about financial stability when it comes to college. I feel like a lot of students, including myself, are afraid to pursue opportunities because of financial struggle, so a scholarship is really helpful.
Most students, don't have the privilege to go to college, and also if they do go to college, they're worried about being a student, like having to take out loans and debt. So having a scholarship does help alleviate that burden and make you able to just focus on your academics and prospering.
I'm attending school 100% debt-free, and that's something very major for me as low income, and I'm just really grateful for what the foundation has been able to do for me.
Receiving a scholarship is important to me because it's an honor. For me, it's not only an honor, but a privilege. I hope to make my family proud, my community, and everyone that I know.
This scholarship helps ensure that money won't be an issue. It takes like a weight off my shoulders.
For me, receiving a scholarship helps me to afford to be able to go to college with less debt when I get out.
They really make going to top tier universities like Northwestern and like private schools like possible.
It also helps ease the burden on my parents and just makes my college life more enjoyable.
I think academics give you the discipline and self-control you need to succeed in whatever you do. Personally, I want to be an entrepreneur, but I still value academics because they give you insights into industry and insights into how you handle stress that you will never learn anywhere else.
I want to be able to help people all around the world. I could help make a system that helps filter ocean water, then everyone around the world will have clean water.
Cyberspace is very broad, and a lot of people don't really know the dangers of it, and I want to be able to help people navigate through that and be very safe on the internet.
Receiving a scholarship for me is really important because since I was a kid, I wanted to be an educator. So anything that would help me on that journey meant so much to me.
Starting at Duke next year, I'm really looking forward to studying biomedical engineering. I'm really interested in the health sciences and virology.
So the conditions.
My grandfather and my uncle have been working in the IT field forever, so I've grown up seeing them, and that has helped me greatly with, staying focused, and I really want to make them proud.
Over the next 5 years, I see myself achieving my bachelor's in mechanical engineering.
A career in education, and I hope to, see myself as a teacher.
I'm hoping to get my master's in aerospace engineering.
Master's in mechanical engineering, HVAC technician, and a business or entrepreneur.
I was thinking about going into foreign service or a nonprofit, maybe the Peace Corps.
I hope to be in elementary school working with little kids.
I really am looking forward to being able to work with NASA.
Transition into an MBA program at MIT or Harvard.
I hope to attend Caltech and work with people in the industry as a PhD student, and then potentially being a professor there or at another university.
The scholarship gives me an opportunity to enable me to go to new heights, enables me to actually afford the schools I want to go to, and allows me to bring happiness to my family. It allows me to make the sacrifices my parents made coming to this country as immigrants really mean something to them.
Thank you. Okay, so as we close out the program, I'd like to bring up the energy a little bit. So kids, scholars, how many of you are excited to graduate? Are you going to have fun in college? Are you going to learn a lot in college? Are you going to be responsible in college? Oh, come on. All right, family members, who is excited to send their student off to college? For all of you, who is ready to go home? You gotta wait about 5 more minutes. All right, so we're wrapping up the end, but bear with me, we have about 2 more slides. I would like to recognize, though, before we close out for the night, some special guests one more time. So, can I have back to the stage our keynote and scholar speaker, Tamika and Nwanga. We also had earlier in the evening a supporters reception where we heard from another Rails O'Neill scholar, Allison. And finally, Amy. I want to thank all of our wonderful speakers for inspiring us with their stories tonight. I hope you leave here ready to be entrepreneurial, ready to work hard, ready to be
whatever your dreams may take you. And so we have some flowers for all of you. All right, thank you guys. You can return to your seats. And she'll hold on to yours, yeah. To award over 225 scholarships and awards totaling more than $2.3 million, it's not a feat that our small but mighty MCPS Educational Foundation team could do alone. We've already heard earlier in the evening from the many people we want to recognize and support, but I just want to call out one last group of people. In your program, you'll see several acknowledgements, but in particular, I want to thank our MCPS colleagues and partners, many of whom are still in the audience, so if you're an MCPS employee, just like wave, so I know you're here. Hi! They helped us with, whether it was helping make the videos that you saw tonight, helping us give feedback on the scholarships, reviewing your scholarship application, getting the word out about our applications and award. We are the MCPS Educational Foundation, so the work that we do with MCPS is really important. So whether you're assisting us in just getting out the word, or aiding students in completing their scholarship paperwork, or just showing up tonight to support our amazing scholars, thank you so much, our MCPS partners. We can applaud if you like, that's fine. Yeah. We at the Educational Foundation have dreams of making our impact even greater, but that will take a collective and collaborative spirit. As an educational nonprofit, one of our key, I already read that line. For those of you who are in the audience tonight, there are many different ways that you can support us. You can give of time or treasure, or simply let people know that MCPS Educational Foundation is here, and we're hoping to make our impact even greater in our community. For us, while excellence is first and foremost about recognizing our brilliant scholars, it's also about the excellence that exists in Montgomery County. Together, we can lift up our community and our children. Amy?
Yes, congratulations once more. I've been so impressed by hearing from all of you and just seeing the incredible things that you plan to accomplish, and I look forward to seeing everything that you will do. So congratulations once more. And as a final moment of recognition and celebration, we would ask that everyone please remain in place while the scholars exit. So scholars, if you could please rise. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and join us in congratulating for one last time tonight the MCPS Educational Foundation 2024 Scholars.